I don't know how you've been when you were younger, but I remember from the time that I was in kindergarten, they asked us, what do you want to become when you're going to grow up? The only thing that I said was, I want to fucking save the world and fight against politicians. That was my main thing when I was younger. I never changed. And for a double espresso, you just press a button. It's pretty simple. Yeah, I like to do V60s for myself. Depends on the coffee that I have. I had a green apple, a Colombia that was infused with green apple that was amazing. That was an amazing coffee. But usually I'm drinking espresso or coffee without milk. Because I cannot drink milk, basically. That's what happened. Was funny at the beginning, but after sometimes you try to appreciate the taste of just espresso and the brews that doesn't have any milk added to it. We work with Matcha Bar, is a company. They're the ones that opened the green tea shop. Because they're the only one that you can find great matcha to eat. Like, you cannot find matcha, pretty good matcha in Romania from somebody else. But when I'm doing matcha, I like to use the bamboo water. So I'm adding hot water to the bamboo. The hard part of doing a matcha is this movement, the W movement, like for 3 or 4 minutes. Then you do like this, you know? This will be a very boring situation. Sometimes I have music when I'm doing this and I'm shaking my body, you know? Usually there are not a lot of clients in the summer. The zone is empty. The zone has a big problem with the people. There are a lot of older people and not so much young people. And the older people in Romania, they're not used to this concept of coming to drink their coffee and this type of things. It's kind of problem for the business, but if you make a community, you can get the people. The beginning was very hard. Unfortunately, the guy that I started this coffee shop with, he gave up after some months and go back to USA. And I was left alone with zero to none access to the money or to the bank account. And it was a very hard period because I was working only on cash and the cash revenue was not so big. And I needed to do a lot of things just to keep this working. The first 1 year was the most hard because I didn't have any money or any experience, you know, was the hardest. I didn't know how to make coffee, I didn't know how to repair things. I was like, I need to fucking learn how to do them. I met that guy that somehow helped me put my focus where it was supposed to be and somehow increase the company value from a business perspective, but also increase me as a human in value. For me, it was a home for 2 years. I stayed here more than I was anywhere else. 20 hours a day, I was here. In the nighttime, sleep in the bathroom if you don't get time. You know, was the game. And I don't know for sure why I did that or why I chose to keep this working. I saw something, you know. The name, the place is a lot of noise because there are a lot of cars, but at the same time it's quiet. I love that.
Yeah.
I fucking love it. This is the coffee shop. Noise. It's not fake. This is a life. People are living their lives day by day, working, doing their stuff, being in their own minds. It's lovely to see that, you know? That is not perfect. The imperfection that makes the perfect be worthy. I saw potential. I saw the fact that people are waking up, not just with coffee, not just physically, but after conversation and words and speak with them, we create a community and you move something in the zone, you know? We revive something. Something becomes alive. Something becomes awake.
I think it's not something physical that I like about Awake. It's more a mental state that I have when I come here. It's relaxing, like an escape from all my work. And I just grab a coffee, relax, and have a good time with people that I resonate with.
The physical location, you can see the pictures and stuff, but you really don't get the vibe of it until you're here sitting, looking at the artwork produced by local artists, speaking to the owner, and drinking the coffee.
The art. This is an interesting story. And let me show you why. I had my girlfriend that painted this for us, right? This is the first ashtray of Awake. We had this made and we put it on the shell. And there is this guy named Radu Cuicat that is an artist from Romania that comes to buy a coffee. He looks at this and said, I like this. So I said, I need to say those because I was in need of money. So I asked Ed how to lay for it. And he started laughing about it because he seems like there's no way for this to be 800. And he looks in my eye and says, I like you.
I think around half a year, I discovered this coffee shop throughout my friends. Like, I've seen it once or twice in the street, but I didn't really have the courage or like the initiative to go in. But at some point in time, a friend of mine invited me here, and I discovered the community and the nice people that are hanging out in here, and decided to come more often.
So I come here from around 1 year. I do 1 year in October. And like her, I pass this street many times. I have seen this coffee shop for more than a year daily. And I never entered until a friend said, I know a coffee shop, it's the best, the barista is amazing, let's come here. And I entered and the vibe was just different. Everyone has a special thing, it was different flavors, anything, I don't know, from the colors, from the people, were just different. People were dressing the same, but they were managing a different aura. Everyone was just, wow. So yeah.
You know, when you see somebody depressed and sad, you think, what can I do in order to make his day feel better? And this interaction of me giving you a coffee, it allows me to give you 5 or 10 minutes when I can have a conversation with you, asking you some things, find things about you, find how can I make your day better by just a coffee. I took people from the street and I say, hey, do you want a coffee? And that's happened.
Yeah, for example, I do not know this guy's name. I genuinely do not know this guy's name.
No, we don't know.
We just met and we like freaking up a conversation about politics and about history, and we just stayed here talking and talking and talking. And that the same way happened with Robert, the barista. I just came here and he struck a conversation with me. We started talking about all sorts of subjects that you do not usually talk to with maybe, I don't know, your friends or your family. And it's very fresh to have that kind of experience with people and actually get to talk about subjects that you're passionate about.
Bring the vision to the next point, you know? Yeah. Move something. You need to stay awake. Keep fighting. Like this type of thoughts and words that are coming to your mind, you cannot stop.